think we ended 7-9, and right now we're headed to the Super Bowl. And he's probably the biggest reason we are where we are.
Okay, that prompted this Twitter response from one of Brady's biggest critics. Tom Brady has had a full Hall of Fame career in the time since I made the Cliff prediction. Well done, Max Kellerman. All I got to say is bet on Brady. I was always taught bet on yourself, also bet on Tom Brady.
Unless he's facing Eli Manning, but that's right.
Oh, okay,
that's true.
Okay. Stay focused. All right, what did Tom prove getting this done without Bill Belichick? Because that was the big storyline heading into the season. Is it Belichick? Is it Brady? And
he proved everything. He proved everything. This was an enormous legacy game. I tried to say beforehand, Brady had the most to gain in these entire playoffs, and he did it. He's going back to the Super Bowl. He bested Montana. Montana, who was 4-0 in Super Bowls, 13 touchdowns, no interceptions, and then, he has Jerry Rice, and he's in a great system. He goes to Kansas City, takes him to the AFC Championship game. Brady did one better. He goes to the NFC, goes to the Bucs, and takes him to the Super Bowl by beating Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers on the road. Brees, after losing to Brees and his team twice, and Aaron Rodgers is the MVP, and he goes on the road and beats them by outplaying them when it counted. I talked about Aaron Rodgers just now. Drew Brees also. Fourth quarter, what's going to happen? Tie game. We know what's going to happen. Brady ain't going to mess it up. He was amazing. He's been amazing. When I say he's had a full Hall of Fame career since I made the Cliff prediction, I just got to give it up. If from the moment I made the Cliff prediction, it's been 5 seasons, any quarterback who ever lived had a 5-year career and said, okay, I'm going to hang it up, and did what Brady just did. 4 Super Bowl appearances. Playing the way he's played, only one season really where he wasn't great. He was only okay at the last season in New England, which it does appear now was because of what everyone was saying, lack of weapons. Because when you gave him weapons, he was great when he needed to be. He proved that not only is he the greatest of all time, but in fact, he's been better than Aaron Rodgers, which I never thought was the case. If you have the requisite arm strength, then in fact, what it turns out is decision-making and leadership are the most important things at the quarterback position. We've seen it with Brady, Tom, and again, it was important for him to do it without Belichick. I don't care how stacked the Bucs were. He just did it. I stand down. He is the GOAT and the boat and everything else.
Want to throw in a whoops or oops there, too?
No need.
I'm just asking. I'm just checking. You
sure? It was a solid tweet.
You good? Huh?
It was a solid tweet. A Hall of Fame career since he made the Cliff
Congratulations.
prediction.
Here's the deal. Bill Belichick, in terms of what Tom Brady has proven, he's proven nothing as it pertains to Bill Belichick. When we look at Bill Belichick, the greatness of Bill Belichick as a coach, this doesn't compromise Bill Belichick. Tom Brady's ascension in the NFC, with this 1 year going from New England, has proved nothing against Bill Belichick, the coach. Mm-hmm. Bill Belichick, the GM, looks incredibly, incredibly bad. I would remind everybody, one of the biggest reasons Tom Brady wanted out was clearly Bill Belichick wouldn't kiss the ring, but also because he was bereft of talent in New England, and people were, like you, were thinking Tom Brady was done, as opposed to appreciating the lack of weapons that he was working with and still managing to get the New England Patriots to the playoffs. And obviously the 3 consecutive Super Bowls in which he won 2. Let's remember that. In the end, what it comes down to is just in recent memory, let's recall that you had an opportunity to get A.J. Brown or D.K. Metcalf. Bill Belichick drafted N'Keal Harry. Let's recall that even though we respect the skill set of Sony Michel because he can run with the football, no question about that, we forget that Bill Belichick passed up on Lamar Jackson to get Sony Michel. Think about what the New England Patriots would have looked like this year with Lamar Jackson as their quarterback instead of Cam Newton. And so when you look at it from that perspective, it's really highlighted what Tom Brady was working with, what he was working against, what he didn't have available to him. And it also elevated his zest to depart because people were writing him off and assuming he was done. And what he was saying is, no, he ain't going to come out and say, I don't have much to work with. I'm strapped. I'm handcuffed. He ain't going to do that. He ain't going to throw his teammates under the bus like that. But that's clearly how he was feeling. And so to be in Tampa right now, heading to the Super Bowl. And by the way, they did it last night without Antonio Brown, who did not play. Scotty Miller is no joke. He's no Julian Edelman. He's no Danny Amendola.
No, he got afterburners.
This brother, what do you want? It's a 4-3. This brother. I mean, he's their primary deep threat. It ain't Mike Evans. It ain't Chris Godwin. It damn sure ain't Gronk or Brate. It's him. So Scotty Miller is no joke. But in the end, what it comes down to is with him and the dudes that I just mentioned, Tom Brady has weapons. And when it came down to him, it was good enough to get you to a Super Bowl appearance in your first year with another team.
I want to say something about Tom Brady having weapons. That's important. And Bill Belichick went 7-9 with nothing. COVID, and he lost players off the defense before the season even started, and Brady left him high and dry with nothing in the cupboard, and he went 7-9 because he's a great coach. Tom Brady went to a stacked team and took him to the Super Bowl. Just because you're stacked don't mean you're going to the Super Bowl. A lot of stacked teams ain't in the Super Bowl right now. But even if it's Brady just analyzing what he needs and going there, that also is to his credit. LeBron does the same thing. LeBron knows if I can play with this guy and this guy, I can make a run. And then he does all the time. Floyd Mayweather did the same thing. I can fight this guy at this stage in his career. In other words, the best in the business are also the best evaluators of talent, of situation, of opponent. That doesn't mean because Tom Brady put himself in a great situation, it takes away from his greatness for getting there. If anything, it shows you that his understanding of the game is more profound than everyone else's. I have to give it up. Brady proved everything in so far in these playoffs. Even if he doesn't win the Super Bowl, he proved everything.
See how slick Max is? See how slick it is? Because you see, he wants the segment to end with that. So we forget the years we've been listening to him say otherwise. I'm going to give it to you.
I'm going to have it end with this.
That's my Christmas gift.
I've got a
He didn't want it to end
nugget.
with me. He didn't want it to end with what I said. You want it to end with what you said.
Last word.
No, I want the last
That's what you wanted. You want us to remember that.
I want the last word.
The 3 years.
Maybe.
Listen, Tom Brady's closest contemporaries, right? Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben, all together combined for 9 Super Bowls. This man has 10, the GOAT.
Oh, because he had Belichick all those
Rest
years.
in peace. All right, when we come back here on First Take, plenty more to dive into on this subject. Can Patrick Mahomes ever be rivaled, or is he just too good? Aaron Rodgers leaving his future